My brain cannot process failure. It will not process failure. Because if I sit there and have to face myself and tell myself, you're a failure, I think that's almost worse than death.
I think Kobe better than MJ, skill-wise, yeah. He took everything Jordan did and multiplied it. He did it better.
I actually hold Kobe over LeBron because with everything people saying, Kobe got his 5 championships with the team he was.
They call Jordan the flawless executioner, and that reputation is earned. They label Iverson the fearless disruptor, and that fits too. But Kobe Bryant stood in a lane of his own. He was a relentless fighter shaped by pressure, sharpened by setbacks, and refined through hardship until he evolved into a version of greatness the game had never witnessed before.
We were on a bus one night after he hit his 9th game winner against Milwaukee. My nigga come on the bus and said, in front of me and Fish, he's like, yo, I'm better than Mike. I said, what?
He might be, honestly.
He said, yo, I'm better than Mike. I was like, dang, you going a long way with that. Like, you better than Mike? That's how you feeling?
Jordan poured in 38 points while battling what was first called the flu, but later revealed to be food poisoning. It was a single night of suffering that turned into basketball folklore. One game where his body failed him, yet his will didn't, and greatness still found a way to shine.
I wake up about 2:30, throwing up left and right.
At 3:30 this morning, Michael Jordan woke up with flu-like symptoms, and he couldn't go back to sleep.
I stayed in bed all day. Couldn't eat anything, couldn't hold nothing down.
It was iconic. It was unforgettable. And it happened just that one time. Iverson, on the other hand, fought through the 2001 finals while carrying a long list of injuries, the kind of damage that would make any doctor shake their head in disbelief.
And Iverson is up and off the floor, but hobbling.
He dealt with a bruised tailbone, a damaged hip, a strained shoulder, and a swollen knee, and the trainers eventually hid his jersey just to force him to sit because he wouldn't accept that the body has breaking points. But Kobe went even further, grinding through an entire season with a torn ligament in his shooting hand. The diagnosis sounded unreal, like something pulled straight from a medical manual: a full radial collateral ligament tear, an avulsion fracture, and damage to the MCP joint that most players wouldn't attempt to play through at all.
As tough as he was writhing in pain. So if you see Kobe writhing in pain, then you know it hurts.
Yeah.
And dislocations hurt.
Yeah.
And he had there's different degrees of dislocations. Mm-hmm. And if you could see my face, I really had to put a lot of traction on that bone to get it back in place. That's how dislocated it was. Mm-hmm. I put it in, and as soon as I did, you could just see that his pain went away. Anybody else would have still been in pain, but he
walked right back on the court.
Yeah, before I could even tape it, because I wanted to tape it, he was already gone.
His finger was held together more by sheer resolve than real strength, yet he turned down surgery without hesitation. This wasn't a one-night stand like Jordan's flu performance, or a short stretch like Iverson's finals war. It was a full season of punishment, night after night, possession after possession, launching shots with a shooting hand that was effectively shattered and still refusing to step away.
Him have his index finger taking it off the ball, using his thumb more, using his middle finger more to get the rotation. Would you ever know that this guy has a broken finger?
Kobe Bryant with his broken finger, last 5 games, 36 a game, no problem.
Then he went out and averaged 28.3 points, capturing the NBA Finals MVP along the way. Pain was never something Kobe Bryant tried to escape. It was part of his routine, his daily fuel, the constant presence that pushed him forward as he carved a path toward basketball immortality.
I think Kobe better than MJ, skill-wise, yeah. He took everything Jordan did and multiplied it. He did it better. So
it had more. It added success to it.
What did he do that MJ didn't do?
He had a fadeaway drive, pump fake this way. He enhanced the perimeter skill set. The toolbox on the perimeter. Yeah. When you talk about footwork, so he took MJ's mid-range footwork and he put it to the footwork.
No. Y'all let media.
You know I'm a student.
Kobe's. Okay, you a student? Then why are you talking about Kobe enhanced MJ's moves when you're only talking about MJ 95, 96, 90? Kobe don't look nothing like MJ in 84 to 93. He don't know who that is. He learned Michael Jordan's old come back with the post-up fadeaway. That's the MJ he mimicked. He did not mimic Air Jordan.
Imagine a nightmare scenario that haunts every true basketball fan. 1-on-1 to 11, everything on the line. Jordan rises into that smooth, untouchable fadeaway that defined an era. Iverson shakes reality itself, snapping ankles with lightning-fast moves no defender can predict. But Kobe takes a darker route. He doesn't just score on you, he breaks you down slowly, possession by possession. He hits the same shot 11 straight times, just to prove that anticipation means nothing when execution is flawless. He'll call his spot, point to the floor, then bury the jumper anyway, with you hanging on him like a last-second plea that never gets answered.
I actually hold Kobe over LeBron because with everything people saying, Kobe got his 5 championships with the team he was with. When they went down, he went down with his team. When they came up, he came up with his team. He never felt like he had to go to play with Ray Allen to win. He put the team on his shoulders. When people said, well, you only got those because Shaq was with you. You got them without Shaq, without Move It, same location. Can't say you're the king if you following other people to play. Not where I come from. You can't do that. You can paint narratives, but even when people act a certain way, when they get around real men, we know who's who. Because you can't lie to me. You can lie to other people that's infatuated with things you've done, but I can see through it.
Jordan chases victory because winning defines his entire existence. Iverson fights to last because survival is the only language he ever learned. But Kobe wants the moment to scar you for life, to stay etched so deeply that decades later you still wake up sweating, replaying that fade away and the helpless feeling that came with it. People will flash playoff scoring averages as if they settle the debate, pointing to Jordan at 33.4, Iverson at 29.7, and Kobe at 25.6, pretending numbers alone tell the truth. But stats without context are just facts wearing disguises. What they won't explain is that Kobe's 40-point playoff explosions stretched across 3 completely different versions of basketball. 3 rulebooks, 3 ideologies, 3 definitions of defense. He thrived in the hand-checking 90s when physicality bordered on punishment. He ruled the grind-heavy 2000s when zones and help defense turned scoring into a puzzle. Then he adapted again in the pace and space 2010s, where the floor widened but defenders grew smarter and more calculated.
Mamba mentality is not a mentality, it's a lifestyle. I've seen Mamba mentality destroy more careers than I've seen it help. Too intense, too hot. People want the flame, but they don't want to touch the fire. Are you willing to put aside the things that aren't as important to you?
Jordan ruled a single era and mastered it without question. Iverson owned his time and bent it to his will. Kobe, though, moved through 3 different versions of basketball and conquered every one of them, adjusting his game like a chameleon while proving that evolution itself can be a form of dominance.
The consistency of work. Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better, right? And you do that over a period of time, not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And then you can get to where you want to go.
In 2001, when the league allowed brute force disguised as defense, Kobe torched the playoffs with 29.4 points per game while defenders grabbed, held, and hammered him on every possession. By 2009, when zones and help defense turned scoring into a strategic puzzle, he averaged 30.2 points per game and claimed the championship by solving every defensive enigma thrown his way. Even in his final playoff run at 33, battling a torn Achilles that would have ended most careers, he was putting up over 30 points before injury finally intervened. Jordan mastered his era. Iverson perfected his craft. Kobe, however, didn't just master a style, he mastered basketball itself, in every form, every evolution, every way the game could be played.
Of all the creatures that you could have pulled for yourself, why that one?
Because it spoke to me. The length of the snake, the accuracy of the snake, the temperament. I step on the court, that's me. I don't play around. I'm not there to be your best friend. I am there to destroy you.
He wanted that assassin, that killer character. Why?
Revenge.
On?
Just the public, on, losing, grace, falling from grace, and to redeem himself.
Let me show you a level of pain that turns other legendary performances into warm-ups. Jordan's flu game had him battling food poisoning for 44 minutes, creating an iconic, heroic moment. Iverson's 2001 playoffs were a symphony of suffering, a drained elbow, sprains everywhere, bruises covering him, yet he still crafted poetry in motion. Kobe's career, though, was a walking medical miracle. In 2000, he battled through ankle injuries in the finals. In 2002, food poisoning against the Spurs didn't stop him from dropping 40 points between trips to the bathroom. In 2008, he won MVP with a torn ligament in his shooting hand. In 2009, he claimed a championship with a broken finger that never fully healed. In 2010, he drained his arthritic knee during timeouts with a needle in it and still earned Finals MVP. In 2012, a broken nose and concussion meant a mask, not a pause. In 2013, even after tearing his Achilles, he walked to the free throw line, sank both shots, and left under his own power, as untouchable as ever.
The thing is, you must put everybody on notice. I'm here to be an all-time great. There was nothing that was going to get in the way. There was nothing that was going to stop me. I made a horrible choice. I went from a person at the top of his game to facing 25 to like separate myself. So I created the Black Mamba to embrace the villain nature that's in all of us, using that as a weapon.
The Lakers medical team once admitted that any other player would have needed 10 surgeries by now, yet Kobe just taped up and played on. Jordan and Iverson endured pain when it came knocking. Kobe lived in destruction as if it were his permanent home, his natural state. Jordan mastered Phil Jackson's triangle, a system tailored to elevate him. Iverson shattered every scheme because he was the system incarnate, and Larry Brown built offenses simply to let AI do AI. Kobe, however, could run the triangle flawlessly or burn it to ashes and still find victory. Under Phil, he won 5 rings. In Mike D'Antoni's 7 seconds or less chaos, he still averaged 27 points at 34. And under Byron Scott's whatever that was offense, he poured in 60 points on 50 shots in his final game, proving that systems were merely suggestions in the presence of perfection. Kobe didn't need a system. Systems needed him to function. When Phil Jackson left in 2004, Kobe still averaged 27.6 points per game. When